Hello, and thank you for watching and listening to another episode of Unmedicated and Educated with Keita Rose. I'm Keita Rose, and here we deep dive, dissect, and sometimes diagnose, because it seems everyone, including myself, for the life of me, I cannot exclude myself, has lost their damn minds. If you are new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. If you're an OG, then you already know what the is going on. Like, share, subscribe, talk shit in my comments. Tell me how you really feel. Sit back, relax, grab your crack, depending on who you are. This is not a reality recap. This is a chit chat. So let's talk. So you're about to crash out. Well, I know that subject a little bit too well. You feel incredibly uncomfortable in your body, in your surroundings, in your environment, in your job field, in your relationship. Something somewhere is f***ing up the whole vibe. I'm sorry, I don't know if the ones listening can hear the amount of spit that just came from my mouth. You want to wake up every day and you want to enjoy your life. I ask people on my poll on Instagram and Facebook all the time when I do my polls, I'm like, are you living or are you just existing? And the amount of people that click on existing, like, do we not understand how concerning that is? Every single day, we're in this thing called life where you have to wake up and do the same routine, maybe kiss the same man or woman goodbye, go to work, come back, cook for the same family, and it's the same thing over and over. And yeah, it can seem mundane, but it doesn't have to be hell.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
This is a natural human emotion. A lot of people feel this. And it's like, why? Why do you feel so uncomfortable? Especially, and this is the kicker, this is the most part ever, especially when you got everything you wanted. You got everything you prayed for. You wanted the man, you wanted the woman, you wanted the family. You finally had the baby. You got the promotion. You reunited with a friend or an ex. You spent the block and it was successful. Yes, this is what we asked for, yet we're still so uncomfortable. I hate to talk Christian talk because I've been scarred more ways than one by the church, but I can only say it like this. It depends on who you believe in, what you believe in, what greater power you think exists to help you throughout this thing called life. But this is the only way I can put it that makes sense to me. When God says
no,
he'll wrap this chapter up really quickly, really abruptly, and then you'll have to go on to your new chapter. And starting over is so scary for anything. If you've ever been married, start filing for divorce, and then even thinking about dating is scary as shit. Thinking about getting a new career when you prayed and prayed and cried and begged and complained and prayed over the job that you have right now. But then when you finally got it, you realizing that this isn't maybe what you wanted. You picked something wrong. Maybe you made the wrong decision. You were born to be a mother. That's all you ever wanted to be, is a wife and a mother and a wife and a mother. And finally, when you were of age, or when it made sense, or when it just happened, you became a wife and a mother. Yes.
Oh my God! Wow!
Only to find out that you don't like being a wife or a mother, because that happens. And people don't want to have that conversation. People don't want to have a lot of conversations, but that happens, right? No one talks about when you finally get what you pray for, when you finally get what you manifested, when you finally get what, I don't know, if you believe in something else, Balbazar gifted you, blessed you with, you look around and you're ready to knock some shit over because you're experiencing an increased amount of disappointment. What the is this? This can't be what I signed up for, but it is. First, let's identify why you feel so uncomfortable. It is time for change. No matter what you're changing in your life, it doesn't matter. It is time for change. Maybe it's you that needs to change, and that's okay, but it is a scary thing. And for some reason, people don't want to be vulnerable. People don't want to say, like, I'm going through something. This is really up. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm lost. We constantly seek something, understanding, guidance, clarity from people sometimes we have no business seeking it from. The only thing that's on my heart to say is it's time for a change. Either you need to change, your environment needs to change, your relationship needs to change. It's time for a change. It's time for a transition. And no matter where you find this answer from, you're good to go seek out and find it from wherever. I'm not one of those people that are like, don't be, I don't do rocks and I don't do prayer and I don't do you, boo-boo, shit. But do something. Because sitting down and feeling this feeling of uncomfortability, of being numb, of being sad, of being content with life. Like I exist. I don't live life. I don't love life. I'm not feeling a burst of gratitude every day when I wake up. Nah, I'm here though. I'm for sure here. And I ain't gonna do nothing crazy. I ain't gonna take myself out. But you know, if a bus do come and hit me, it was God's plan. It was God's plan and I wouldn't be mad at it. We don't want to feel like that anymore. You don't. A lot of people, what I've noticed post crash out, one, a lot of people hate talking about their problems. They hate discussing something traumatic that's happened, of course. Why would they, right? Why would you like to go around and do it? But they also hate expressing just their feelings and communicating what they feel. It's so scary to be vulnerable to anybody because a lot of people don't trust people. Why? Because usually the people that are seeking friendship and relationship and they seem like really good candidates for the job, you're like, man, I can tell she's gonna be a good friend. God, he's gonna be the one. Aren't. They're searching for something because there's a void within them. And instead of filling up that void and looking in the mirror and saying, what about me? Why? What's going on over here? Instead of doing that, we ignore it. A lot of people ignore it. I'm an oversharer. People can't stand that I overshare. Oh, you talk too much. You express too much. All my life I've heard this. And you know what? I don't mind because I'm genuinely not ashamed of a lot that I got going on over here. I'm a pretty solid woman. When I talk and I overshare, a lot of people can't stand it. But what I've noticed is that people undershare. They don't want to say too much about their business. They don't want to say too much about how they feel. They don't want to make too many decisions. I don't really want to, I don't want to stir the pot. I don't know. I don't want to do it. It's okay to stir the pot a little. It's okay to make people uncomfortable if it means making you comfortable. It is. It is. Especially if you're in this uncomfortable situation and you don't know how to get out. A lot of people have a problem expressing themselves. I am sad today. I don't feel good. I don't like this job. I'm actually not happy in this role here. This relationship dynamic is stressing me out. I hate it. I don't like to be overlooked at work. Hey, please don't disrespect me. Hey, please don't grab my ass. There's a lot of people feel like they can't say these things. So they stuff it down. And then you become so stuffed and full of shit. It's time for some more emotion. It's time to keep moving, to get the up and redirect and recenter and rebrand. That's what it's time to do. That's why you're uncomfortable. That's why you can't feel happiness. Some people are genuinely happy, but I've noticed majority of people are sad. They come off as happy. They come off like they have it together, but they're really sad. Why? Why are we so uncomfortable? Why are we so sad? Why are we content with the mundane, mediocre life that we've created for ourselves? In order to even start over, in order to even shift from an uncomfortable situation to a comfortable situation, you have to turn the page. And in order to turn the page, you have to finish a chapter. And closing out chapter is the hardest shit ever. I'm trying to stop cursing, y'all. People don't want to walk away from what they've invested in. That's another reason why it's so hard to close a chapter. I've already done so much. I've already poured everything I have into it, right? That's why you have nothing left. If you can't pour into a job and into yourself, it's too fucking expensive. You can't afford it. You can't do it. It's too much. It requires too big of a capacity. You don't have enough. If you're filling up somebody else's 3-liter bowl of shit and you only have 16 ounces in you can't do it. It's impossible. And you can kill yourself trying, sure. Go for it. But that's what you're going to do. You gonna die. Sis, you're going to die. You're trying to answer everybody's questions and do for everybody else. I'm talking to all women, but I'm really talking to I'm talking to black women. I'm sorry. You're going to die. You can't fix everyone's problem because you can't even fix your own. You can't make everyone happy because you can't make yourself happy. You can't. A lot of people hate that saying. It's like, if I can't love myself, why the hell should anybody else love me? Or it's something along the lines of, if I can't love, I'm doing this because I heard it from a drag queen. So I'm being very flagrant with my hand movements. But if you can't love yourself, how the hell is somebody else supposed to love you? People are like, well, no, others can love me. Just because I don't love myself doesn't mean that I'm not worthy of love. Yes, You are worthy of love. But the truth is, it's the type of love you're gonna get. Some people can only love you at their capacity. And their capacity is shit, bro. They don't know love for real. So that's a big thing. Figuring out why I even allow certain things or why I behave a certain way. That self-reflection is a motherfucker, but just because you invested so much time, it doesn't matter. And you're gonna invest more into some BS. A good investment, right? A good business knows that if the return on investment is low and the risk is high, oh, no, it's a bad business deal. It doesn't make any sense. The same with you. The same with who you are as a person. If I'm risking my sanity, if I'm risking my common sense, because bitches turn from like stable to delusional real quick. It's real fast. If I lose that, if the risk is losing my home, my money, custody of my kids, just to be with you, and the reward is pain, and sometimes we have good times. Oh no. At a job, if the risk is I'm losing again my family, time with my children, I'm losing my hair, and my mental health is breaking, and I'm becoming a shell of the person that I truly am, and all you're giving me back is $18 an hour,
I'm gonna have to say no.
sorry, I'm gonna have to say hell no to that. That's not gonna work for me, no.
Damn!
Another reason why it's so hard to close a chapter and go on to another one is because good decisions can hurt, and sometimes they hurt worse than bad decisions. Like when I decided to file for divorce, I was like, oh God, I don't want to be divorced though. I mean, I don't want to be in this situation, and I know I'm not going to be happy. This relationship does not serve me positively. But I'm already married, and plus I have a baby, and I don't want to be a single mom. And I gave every reason in the book to myself for years and years as to why I was going to continue down this toxic relationship, this bad situation. I was going to continue down this road for the life of me. And I know women that are still doing it, that were married around the time I was married and are still in that relationship, still upset, still tired, still broken. You think you're strong enough to stay. You think that you're okay. And you're not. It's time to start a new chapter. It's time to turn over. It's time to go in another direction. Good decisions, they hurt because you have to break away from things that are breaking you, from people that's breaking you, from a job that's tearing your ass up. Good decisions feel like you're making the wrong decision. Every day, telling yourself that you have to wake up or choose a smoothie over birria tacos, over street tacos and a milkshake. That's my favorite. But instead of doing those things, telling yourself that you're going to care what goes into your body, that you're going to choose yourself today, those, they feel like bad decisions. You know in your mind that they're good decisions, but they feel like bad decisions. Because oftentimes, bad decisions feel good instantly. With that boy you know you shouldn't be messing with, right? Talking to a married man, stealing from your job, lying on the PPP loan application. These things, they feel like good things. Immediately, we get that instant gratification. Immediately, yes. But then we reap the results of that decision. But a good decision is going to feel bad at first. It's going to feel bad to go to the gym at first. You're going to be sore as shit. You're going to feel stupid doing these exercises. You're not going to feel confident or comfortable. But you have to do it. You're going to feel like people are looking at you, possibly even laughing. Like I said, divorcing, separating, breaking up with it doesn't feel good. But sometimes it's the best decision for you and you have to make it. You have to know what is serving you. And that's another thing. We hate to feel selfish. We're like, no, I mean, this is kind of selfish. I mean, it doesn't serve me, but I don't know. I don't want to, nothing should serve me all the time, right? Why not? Why not? Life is supposed to feel amazing. You're supposed to have at least a drop of motivation to get up and say, you know what? I'm happy I'm here. Last week was some bullshit. I'm still not getting paid what I need to get paid, but you know what? I'm happy I'm here. That's at least what you can do for yourself. At least. But we feel like that's selfish. We don't want too much happiness, so we self-sabotage. Yikes, that's a whole nother episode. But, okay. It's time for you to be selfish. It's time for you to choose you. It's time for you to make yourself comfortable. And when you do that, everybody else is going to be uncomfortable. It's time to make those good decisions that feel bad at first. You need to continue on the uncomfortability because you're about to shake from that shit and become real comfortable in your life. Why do we stay in situations that's killing us? Comment down below if you're watching, and if you're listening, still comment. Why do we stay in such terrible situations? If you were in a bad relationship, bad situation at your job, if you got into it bad with your family member that you've been dealing with their shit for 10, 20 years, why? And not, because they needed me to do, because I was trying to help them for you. Why? I know the people pleasers are gonna hate this conversation because you can't keep using other people as an excuse either. A lot of people pleasers use other people's problems to distract from their own because they'd rather please everybody than pleasing themselves. God, pleasing themselves feels like torture. Imagine pleasing yourself and not in that way.
Nasty.
But pleasing yourself feels like torture. Making yourself comfortable feels like torture. When you're used to making everyone else comfortable and being uncomfortable, when you're used to being a step stool for people to just walk all over, standing up feels weird. Your legs are gonna be shaky. You're not gonna know what to do. You might fall a couple times, but it if you don't stand up.
Stand up!
Make yourself comfortable. No, you can't go to this 5th PTA meeting this month because you have to go get your nails done. Yeah, it sounds like that. No, you can't keep doing 100% of a group project. No, I don't give a damn what the teacher says. I'm not gonna keep doing it. It's time to take a stand up for yourself and get yourself out of that uncomfortable situation. But if you wanna get out of that uncomfortable situation, that way you feel right before a crash out, before you experience the crash out, if you'd like to prevent it, then you must figure out who or what is making you so uncomfortable. Who or what is lighting that fire that's got you boiling to the point where you're about to spill over. Who is doing this? You don't have to tell the world. You don't have to tell even your best friends or your sisters or your family, but you can write it down. I love writing. I love journaling. And thank you so much for those of you who went down to KitaSaidIt.com and picked up a Growing Through It journal. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support, but you can write it down. This person, this thing, this job, this position, this feeling that I get whenever this person's around. This is making me uncomfortable. And then we have reached step 1 and we can finally get into it. But this whole people, I'm gonna diagnose us chronic and severe people pleasing. I will do for everybody else. I know women whose whole day, from the moment that they wake up to the moment that they go to sleep, involves other damn people. And again, I love, as somebody who wants to be married in the future, I love family. I think it's very important to have a man or a woman that loves you at home and kids that are happy and healthy and thriving. I love nothing more than that. That is the goal for everyone. But I know women who 9 o'clock, they have to make breakfast, get the kids' hair done, get the kids ready, take them to school, go to work, do these projects, do extra stuff, help in accounting because she doesn't get her job, even though no one taught you your job. Then after that, you've got to go and you can't work out because you got to pick up the cupcakes for your older kid because they didn't tell you that they were going to have a school function that required cupcakes until the night before, and you told them to stop doing it, but they just won't. Then you got to make sure everybody's homework is good, but you're doing your own homework because you're in school, because you got to get a better job because, well, your man, though you love him, he's not keeping up on the bills, so you gotta do that, and it's for everybody else. And then when you say, you know what, today I'm gonna take everything off, I'm gonna take a load off, and I'm just gonna have a spa day, then you freak out. You have a panic attack, or you feel selfish or disgusting, like, oh God, why did I even think that? Oh, doing something for myself. No, that's no. No, it sounds like that. It sounds like, no, I can't do this for you. I can't go to this party. I can't do any of that because I have to do this for me. That's how it sounds. It sounds like you're a selfish person. It sounds like you're kind of stuck up. But I am. If it's me or you and I am drowning in the ocean, I'm going to choose me every time. And you need to know that. And if that makes you so upset that you don't want to be around me, don't be around me. I don't need people like you around me anyway that would want me to drown and save your ass. That's all, every man for himself type shit when we're in an emergency situation, guys. What do you mean? You can't keep pouring into everybody else. You have to pour into yourself. It is scary to choose yourself. But if you took that man out of the equation or that job out of the equation, well, now you have a lot of hours to figure out what the your next move is going to be. Are you going to remain uncomfortable, or are you going to dig yourself a little bit more in the discomfort so that you can come out of that? Baby, diamonds are built under pressure, but this is too much pressure. Everybody else's problems is too much pressure. It's too expensive and you can't afford it. So if you feel numb, confused, just content with life like you just existing, uncomfortable, angry, miserable, sad, bitter, you feel these feelings every day. And not all, right? Some people are like, well, I'm not bitter, but I am. It's not an all or nothing situation. If you feel even one of those emotions that I just listed, this is a problem. And now it's time to identify the shift. It's time to close the chapter and start over. You know, Selena Gomez said, I had to hate you to love me. And that's the realest shit ever. Sometimes you got to make people hate you, or you got to, in your mind, hate them so much you have no choice but to focus solely on you. It's focus season. It's time to grind. This rebrand is personal. It's going to be everything. This glow up is going to be everything you've ever wanted. But it's time now. Thank you for watching and listening to another episode of Unmedicated and Educated with Keita Rose. I'm Keita Rose, and baby, I will holla.